of.
All right, you finna go react to this Mike Endies. What's wrong? Get all this out of here.
Return on investment. Okay, this is the only thing that matters, and ultimately, all a landscaping business is landscaping business or lawn care business is just a different type of box, a different type of.
I'm digging the backboard, the blackboard. You feel me? The collar shirt. So that's what got me thinking about my collar shirt. So we definitely gonna go get a blackboard. So we gonna teach y'all just like this. We gonna run a YouTube channel up like this. I got some mics and internal stuff like that on the Amazon cart. Just like I was in a point where like what we gonna do first. I could have got, like I said, all YouTube equipment, but we chose to get the lawn care business set up and all the ins and out with the monies. So now we trying to get about, like we said, about 5K up to handle the rest. So we're gonna pick up a little part-time gig or full-time and work it part-time. The funnel the money, and it's gonna look something like this equation he got right here. So, but my setup gonna be a little more different. We're gonna talk about investing the money before we invest it in a business, or vice versa.
A vehicle, a different mechanism to create a return on the investment that I spend on my customer acquisition. All right. Now, this box could be mowers and trimmers and trucks and all the rest of it, but ultimately, I don't get super worried about the box and what is inside of the box. I want to optimize this machine in order to get the.
So basically, we all at this point, we just trying to get our box to our peak level. You know what I'm saying? Our box never is in its final form, like on some Dragon Ball Z. So keep that in mind.
The best customer acquisition cost and the best return on investment. Okay, so I don't get super worried about type of truck, what type of blower. All I know is that those are the tools that are required for me to do the work. And ultimately, all I am trying to do is to take the labor that might cost me about $20 per hour, and I'm trying to, through this black box, I am trying to make this where I can sell it to a customer for $80 per hour. This arbitrage of taking $20 hour labor and selling it to a customer for $80 per hour is where you make a real business. And this business just so happens to be cutting grass, installing mulch, and trimming bushes. I don't really care what services they are. That's what a business does, is it creates this arbitrage by providing the labor, the materials, the supplies, etc. All right.
So that move right here, selling that $20 hour service for $80, that's how we're going to build this wealth. So that's just like any type of drug deal, any type of service, any type of anything. That's just the way of life.
Let's go ahead and jump in. $10,000 to start off with. Now, if you go to landscapebusinesscourse.com, I go way more in depth on this stuff, and I use a $15,000 budget simply because that's what I used when I first got started. And on landscapebusinesscourse.com, I walk through the first 3 years completely.
Now, right now, if I look at the total costs right now, the trimmer is about $1,600 for just the backpack blower, the hedger, a trimmer, and I bought a trimmer and the edger last year. So we going on like 3 bands, and we still haven't even got like a mower or a trailer and backpack blower holders and racks and all that stuff. So you really don't need all that. But like we said, go back to that box point. Just trying to make sure our box can beat that infinite finance curve. Now we jumping on some Rick and Morty.
Using that $15,000 budget. But $10,000 looks better in a thumbnail. So we're going to use $10,000.
So, but definitely, I think 10K.
Our starting budget is
think we every
$10,000.
you
Now,
should
if I
be
make a
starting
mistake,
with that.
it's really late at night. I record these videos really late. And secondly, I have absolutely no notes. I don't have any paper. I wish I could just like tilt the camera down. I don't have any paper, no notes. I'm not looking at anything. I'm making this up on the fly because I feel like I know this industry pretty well, all right? So we have $10,000. Now, with $10,000, if you're trying to scale quickly, you're going to have to probably use some leverage, i.e. debt. I'm not a huge fan of going into debt. Most people know that I don't like to spend tens of thousands.
So when he did that, when he said that, that's like a no-brainer if you was able to do that. But if you're not even able to do that, I wouldn't even put myself in that position. I just grind it out and slowly work your way up, get the equipment out the way, and just treat it just like anything you grinding to save up for, and then approach it that way. Like the business thing, being our own boss, been on my mind, like in the back burners for a while. So we just slowly generated all the ammunition we needed before we started this journey. Make sure we really want to do this. So once you put your foot in the water, just get a list of everything, what you think you're gonna need, and just try to go over that list. And then the more you go over that list, you're gonna see that you got pretty much everything on that list. So it's like, what's your excuse now? So at this point, we just keep adding excuses to that list. So we comfortable, but it's all about your comfort zone, and all that's going to show. So if you ain't confident in your self, hold out on everything. You want to be putting out that good energy. You want to be winning over your customers with the strength of you doing this on your own. You powering it through there, watching them. They watching the growth and all that good stuff. So yeah, 10K leverage. Definitely
Thousands of dollars on trucks and equipment and all the rest of it. However, if you only have $10,000, you're not going to buy a truck and all the equipment that is required with cash. You're going to need to use a little bit of debt so you can get the business started. However, if I grow fast enough and I do it at a profitable rate, I am going to be able to pay off those loans and those debts very easily. But I need to make sure I'm charging a high enough price.
Now I've seen a couple of YouTube launch channels that did it. They said that, I think they had like a little small trailer set up, but he went and go finance that zero turn, and it just propelled his business upward. And he said if he would never did that, he don't think he would have made it his first year. So it's all depends. If you got the means, go ahead execute. But if you don't, stay down till you come up. So for me, I was just eyeing the trailer. Just cause if you got a trailer, it's just a possibility that you can get a zero turn or ride on up there. So I'm amped for just a trailer. So just so we know what's possible. So that's just gonna dope. So I'm just ready to start decking out the trailer, with the racks and stuff. So we gonna grind to that. That's gonna be a whole nother journey once we start getting on the business skeleton of this, the physical exoskeleton of the business. We talking about trailers and hitches and all that good stuff. Well, let's see what he's talking about. This video he did about an hour long.
Price to cover my debt service. So let's start running some numbers. And remember, 3, 4, 5% on this interest, whatever it is, I'm just gonna assume $300 per month is my payment. I know you might not be able to do the big properties and the big fancy commercial projects and the massive estates that are These designs have the ability for when you're doing these door hangers to actually give a real price on the door hanger. And you can literally, as you're...
So this was actually, I got that idea from him. I think it was Ivy Poison I was watching when he was hanging out 1,000. I guess he would Augusta lawn care. But I wanted to go get that very door handle, and as you can see, $50 for that quote. So I just went this route, and I got a barcode and yard quick quotes, and I put the number and the price, and I'm just gonna circle. So just a cheaper, more affordable way than what he did there. But like I said, he's still playing off the best. So we gonna watch the best.
Walking up to the door, write the price for weekly and bi-weekly service, and put it on the door. So that way, guess what? You don't have to come back to do an estimate. The customer takes a picture of it, sends it to you, and you have yourself a customer. Single mail route and the average age demographic of every single mail route. $100 spent. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, then I'm going to go ahead and knock on every single one of those 1,000 doors. And that's literally going to take me 3 or 4 days, all right? And I'm going to start doing it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
So basically, when I was reading, going over this part, it basically talking about getting out there with the flyers. Now, 1,000 flyers for me, right now the budget can't take that. I think, let's say the flyer was about 300 or something, 200. So we only ordered about 200 flyers, because 1,000 flyers about 250 or something like that. 200 was probably like 60, 40, something like that. So we just gonna work it from there. But like I say, once you start running a business and you got like the business account set up, I try to like use the card for stuff exactly for the business, and then you start to see how much it really takes to like run a business. It's like, as soon as you put in money, it just gets sucked out. So I'm for the part of the business where we generate money. So, and it's not disappearing to go back in the money, the business as fast. Where we generate the money, and then we ready to funnel the money to different investments through Robinhood and crypto and all this stuff. And then hopefully we hit big with that, where we can instantly scale up the business. Say we take a stock and we 10x it. Now we got plenty capital. We can turn around, put this capital in the business, and then run it up with a business loan. Now we got this capital that came from the investment through the Robinhood. So I'm key on having multiple calls, the whole lawn care tied in with the investing thing. Like I say, all my direct deposits went through my Robinhood, my broker first. Until I get the cash, I try to make interest on the money before I let it free. But now, since we got another addition to the money multiplier with this business, we gonna definitely try to keep the profits in the business. So we're gonna try to keep it like within a neighborhood. So I wanted to pull up that might be a good episode next time to see how long money stays in each race neighborhood.
Monday, I'm going to just keep knocking on those doors. And my goal here is to do that all to these 1,000 people. So they literally now have seen me on their door, in their mailbox, around their neighborhood, and throughout the city, and now I'm at their front door knocking. So when they see me at their front door, they have literally seen my brand, I know, at least a couple times around town, in their mailbox, and on their front door. And now, here I am, standing here with a branded, logoed shirt. Oh, guess what? That's where I'm going to need to spend some money. All right, so this extra $230, because remember we have a $1,000 budget for marketing, is going to go into promotional material like business cards and a nice logoed shirt, just like this one, a polo shirt. Might cost you $20, $30, maybe $40 if you get embroidered or some nice logos on it. Get a t-shirt or two. Get a nice uniform, wear some nice pants, a nice hat. Look professional. Especially if you're door knocking, you want to look very professional. And guess what you can do? When you open up the door, when the customer opens up the door, you're knocking, and you can literally hand them one of your door hangers or one of your flyers or one of your postcards if they answer the door. And if they answer, you don't need to try to pitch them. You're simply going to say, hey, my name is Mike. I just got started with Mike's Lawn Care in the local area. If you have any questions about your lawn care, landscaping, you need anything done, you know who to give a call. I'd love to be of service to you anytime. You're not trying to sell. You're not trying to say, hey, what can I sell you on your lawn care? there. No, just be a happy, friendly.
That was a good tip right there. So that's another way where I'm heading toward the polo route as well. So we give off that same type of what's the name. And I'm gonna do exactly what he said. I'm not trying to really negotiate a deal. I'm just trying to get the word. And another thing, since I'm in the area where it's a language, I was actually trying to get it in like a different language as well. So that could be another little tip. If y'all in an area where it's a different language, try to get the language translated on the flyer as well.
Face. If you really like to sell and you're good at it, obviously you're going to have a better close ratio and more customers if you can actually try to ask for the sale. But you don't have to. Most people don't want to be in that uncomfortable position, so don't do that. Introduce yourself. Make yourself available to be of service to the customers in 1 week's worth of advertising and marketing. That on landscapebusinesscourse.com. But trust me, don't get bogged down in those details. You just need a business license to be in business and get yourself a business checking account at the bank. You need that business license so you can go get yourself some insurance. When you're this small, your insurance is literally going to cost you $50 a month for general liability insurance. You can go like Next Insurance, they'll set you up $50, $60, $70 a month max. But let's go ahead and assume right now, but we got to get some fuel, some insurance, pay for some registration and licensing. Let's go ahead and just say that that's going to cost us $500 a month.
Now, this is the part where he just speak on some good notes that you can just take notes on.
I'm really pushing it, okay? Let's just say that's going to cost us $500 a month. So now we got $500 per month in extra monthly expenses because we got fuel and insurance. And you might have some dumping fees in there. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully you can mulch the clippings. But let's just assume $500 a month in other business expenses like insurance and fuel, weed whacker line, other kind of things in your business. All right, so now our cash position is still $4,000. However, our monthly expenses have gone all the way up to $3,800. This is not looking good, folks. This is not looking good. However, after our first month in business, we created $4,800 per month in revenue. Our total expenses were $3,800. So guess what? After 1 month, our cash position went up by $1,000 and we now have $5,000 in the bank. We are cash flow positive, baby, from day one. This is absolutely possible. Now, you might be saying, well, I have $6,000 or $7,000 per month in monthly expenses. That means you're probably going to need to start off with more cash because you wouldn't be able to get this low. However, if you're able to keep those monthly expenses, your personal expenses low, this is absolutely possible. I had $3,000 in my personal expenses, $300 for the truck, the payment on the loan. I got $500 per month in fuel, insurance, registration, other business expenses. That creates $3,800 in monthly expenses, but I've created $4,800 in monthly revenue right from the get, and that's assuming I only mow their grass. I'm not even taking account a mulch job or a property cleanup and trimming the bushes and pulling the weeds. That's all gravy. That's all money on top of it. Let's just assume we're just mowing their grass. I literally made $1,000 in profit after month 1. So first 2 months, I was advertising, I was door knocking, I got my customers.
So I see right there we kind of lost it. So he's doing about $50 a yard. He's trying to cut 3 times a month. They give him $150 from a customer. So with his formula, he's trying to capture 32 customers to bring in $4,800 a month. So when you start breaking it down to how many customers we're trying to get, and we're trying to get them repeated customers, at least on a three visits in a month, so you can get an average about in the triple digits per customer. And I think that's how you leveling up faster when you get 1 customer, but you're getting 3 payments, and then 10 customers, 3 payments. That's 30. When you time that's again, that's 300. So.
And then the next 4 weeks, this is what happened. Okay, so I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to go and get hungry. I love the fact that I'm able to build a business that does $5,000 a month in revenue, but I'm really shooting for $10,000 a month in revenue. I literally am trying to make $10,000 I'm putting a door hanger if they're not home with a price for a mulch job, for a property cleanup. I am trying to now do upselling. My goal now, I take some cost for debris, or we're driving the truck a lot more. Let's add a little bit more to our monthly expenses. Let's assume there's an extra $300 per month because we're driving the trucks around more.
What are you doing, That's what I was making YouTube videos. I'm trying to see how we gonna get rich. I might go on and try to print out some templates and just use the printer. I haven't been in the studio for a minute. I lost my glasses, so I can't really see anything. But we definitely gonna bring in April. Hitting a lot of stuff. We're gonna get back on the shorts. We're gonna try to test out some things. We definitely felt out a lot of job applications, so we definitely gonna try to get it in the jobs so we can get some of this revenue for this business up. And that's another thing. If you're in a position to like work the business and then bring in the money on the side, that's what's up. Yeah, because that's a lot of pressure on your feet trying to hop on there, you know what I'm saying, with nothing. But fortunately, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of backup plans, a lot of stuff. And in reality, I can like pawn some jewelry or something and go get this trailer and all that stuff out the way. But to pawn jewelry for $5,000, you'll probably have to get the jewelry out. You'll probably need about $7,000. So, and then you got about 2 months to turn around and make $7,000. So it just make it illogical to do that when you can just like get a job and just grab some of the stuff slowly, and then still be above water debt free. So right now, got no bills or anything. So once we get the business popping, it's gonna be straight profit. So we definitely gonna have to get the taxes and all that situated, because it's not gonna take long before we just generating revenue.
And you know what? We're
gonna be at a faster rate in generating revenue because we don't really have these loans and all these things that they have got monthly fees because they got some things with credit and all this. Oh. Let's see what we're talking about.
go ahead and spend $1,000 on some extra attachments for the trimmer, a couple extra bins, a couple spare parts. I got myself some customers. You can absolutely do this in lawn care and landscaping. And I can make an incredible website, all right? So what that's going to do, though, is turn that $4,100 now into $4,500 per month in expenses. However,
okay, I think I watched this one night going to bed, and then I woke up and tried to re-watch it, and then I got to this part right here, and that what made me that day go make a website. I think this was the one that was like, yo, what? I'm finna go look into it. I looked into it, ended up getting a deal on the website at GoDaddy for like $3.17. It was like on 60% off, whatever, and then $20 for the next year at one something a month. So I was like, yo, bet. And then from their point on, I instantly started looking into making the company look official. So we knocked out the website, business, door hangers, apparel. Now we did in the direction of merch, trying to get a different play on words so we can sell merch through the YouTube channel, King Lamont Family TV. And I'm just still just figuring it out. Just going to see how we going to weave it in. Right now we just making these videos for the archive, just like we did How to Grow YouTube channel episodes. These don't really release yet until we start generating momentum. So I think my initial burst of momentum would be either me creating a business page on a TikTok for multiple calls, and then generating that, and then mingling that with my YouTube, so I get a feed from my TikTok following in lawn care over to King Lamont Family TV, where we start slowly introducing it on this YouTube channel, and then we'll get lumped in as a lawn care channel from the traffic from TikTok migrating over here, and then it'll start trending as well, and then that's it. King Lamont Family TV presents Multiple Calls, brought to you by Multiple Calls, and we're just gonna play on that. Right now, since I got a degree in green construction technology, kind of want to upsell that with the green services. So we're gonna try to be like eco or green with a green thumb. So that can be the for future of the company. Try to have everything green and all that good stuff, electrical. But right now we still all the way.
Now I got my money working for me. I don't have time to be doing door hangers. I don't have time to be going to all the neighbors and my customers and trying to upsell them. I gotta get the work done. I'm already doing $7,800 a month in revenue. I'm busy. So I gotta get my money to work for me, because now I'm profiting a few $1,000s every single month. I've got to put that money to work for me by buying myself a website for $3.99 per month on lawncarewebdesign.com.
Yo, wait. When I heard this part, when I heard how he slid that part in there, like, if y'all stick around for me this long right here, bro, this is hilarious. When I heard him pull in this website, and then I clicked on how much he was charging for this website. Check this, what he said.
Okay, so I added to my monthly expenses about $400.
He's trying to get us to believe he paying $400 a month for managing the website. I just told y'all I created my website for $3.17. So when he said he do that, guess what I did? I went there and said, I'll build you a website for $500. I ain't even talking about running it for the month. If he talking about them numbers for running it for a month, I'll build it for $500. And then, on top of that, I was like, you know what? Don't start there. Let's go ahead, build you a website in business for $9.99. You feel me? So since he want to play it like that, let's just play this. So be aware and peep game. So it's your company. So let's play this. We in America.
So that I can now have my money working for me. It's going and getting leads for me. Now I got a website getting leads for me every single day, so I can start to get more customers. Now, it's gonna take a few months. You're not gonna get customers right away. I'm gonna get myself some Google reviews. I'm gonna put pictures up on Facebook. I'm gonna drive as much traffic to this website as possible. I'm gonna make sure my Google listing for my business is optimized and has pictures and reviews.
That's the crazy thing, because right now, when I go to my app to check on the website, the GoDaddy app, it shows me the website traffic, and I haven't did any Google ads, anything like that. But it's already, my website has 194 views already. So definitely get traction. But yeah.
Reviews and lots of reviews, at least 30 or 40. I'm gonna talk to every single one of the customers I've ever done work for, probably like 50 or 60 by now. I want a review from every single one so I can start ranking well in my area. And when I do that, after 3 or 4 months, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna start getting people coming to my website, and I didn't have to spend any money. They're just gonna find me when they're looking for lawn care, when they're looking for property cleanups, when they're looking for landscaping. And so what happens is leads start trickling in. Let's just assume that after 3 months, you're just getting just 4 leads per week. All right, 4 leads per week coming in from the website. That's literally like 1 every 2 days. Your branding looks strong, your logo looks fantastic, and that's what lawncarewebdesign.com can do for you. And now because of that great brand image, you raise your prices. By raising your prices, you can really start to make some good money. Information, and now they can pay.
So I hope y'all learned a lot of stuff like I did watching this. Like, if you wanted to go watch it over, you could just go to his page. I think it was called How to Build a 100K Lawn Care Business in 1 year. I just found that one definitely something that you can just spend some time digesting, so you know the numbers ins and out, and then hopefully you can add some points to the checklist. Like I've been having points to my checklist so far. My checklist consists of being small, focus on a certain type of yard, going out a certain type of geographic, trying to build something to play off that's more than lawn care. That's why we're going with multiple calls. We can spend that multiple ways. We can do fundraiser organizations, give back and do all this. What I want to do with the lawn care business, I actually want to be able to get government grants, city grants, contracts with the city where we go. Cause I think I got like a overgrown lawn bill from the city, and they charge like $250 if they had to come out there and mow it. So I went out there and cut it myself, and I was like, what the? So if you get like a grant, some contract set up where you got an official business where you handle on behalf of the city, where they just pay you this money on a monthly and you get the deposit, hey, that's a win-win. So I'm definitely trying to see how we can set stuff like that to come in the future. That's why that's the point of like molding a business and getting it the legal paperwork so you can start doing commerce in the Americas, which is really just how we get this far. Just this system, capitalist system. What you doing, son?
Mom,
Mom? Where's mom? I think mom's asleep. Well, all right, yo. I hope y'all appreciate that info. Catch y'all on the next one. Yeah. Uh, as y'all can see, we definitely making some progress with this lawn care. Maybe one of these days you can see the equipment
oh no.
we got so far. I was planning on probably getting it out on a nice day, setting to see what it fit in the setup in the car.
No. Why?
Wow.
Mom,
Mom?
wait.
All right. Catch y'all on the next one. Kingdom of Found TV. Out.